Hello, my patient and forgiving people. I am back 9 months after my last video where I said I would be posting more regularly, so I do apologize about that. But before we start, let's make a deal to make up for that. How about we do a giveaway? In the spirit of DragonCon, I will give away a nerdy swag if you subscribe. Let's get to 500 this year, maybe even to 1,000, because I've been floating around this idea. And that idea is giving away a host hotel room if I ever broke 1,000 subscribers. No, you're not going to get it outright for free because that would be crazy, but I do have an extra legacy room. So for DragonCon 2026 and onward, I might as well reward one of my subscribers if I'm past 1,000. And yes, even though your odds are about 1 in 1,000, I think that's still better than a lot of the poor souls who are posting on the DragonCon Facebook rooms and never really hearing anything back. So subscribe now and don't forget to stay until the end where I will reveal the little trinket for this month's giveaway. All right, now with all that out of the way, welcome to another episode of How to DragonCon. My name is Kong. I will be your guide. We're going to talk about summer prep, things you can be doing right now so that you have a better con on Labor Day weekend. We're currently approaching the 2-month mark. Can you believe it? The year has literally flown by. And I don't necessarily want to do a rehash of the top 10 FAQs from last year because actually I thought that was a pretty solid video. Feel free to go watch it. I'm going to post it in the links. Not a whole lot has changed except for really the date of the con, which for DragonCon 2025 is Thursday, August 28th through Monday, September the 1st. First, let's talk about badges, tickets, memberships, whatever you want to call it. Since you're seeing this in June, unfortunately, that means it's already at the most expensive rate that it's going to be. And for that year, that is $175 for the full weekend membership. And before you ask, they will have day passes released again on August 1st, which has pretty much been historical now for the last few years. Here's pro tip number 1. Just go ahead and get the full weekend badge. Whether you buy it now or at the weekend, the price isn't really going to matter. You're not going to save anything. So you might as well have peace of mind and get it now. I also say that because these single days in recent years have been selling out. So if you wait till that last minute, even if it's just a week or two before the con, you may be SOL and you're not going to have a badge. Another reason to get the full weekend membership is you don't have to waste precious time in line while waiting to pick up that single day badge on the day that it's released, because you can't get them in advance, guys. Remember that. Single day passes can only be picked up the day you're going for. Unlike the full weekend one, you can start picking it up as early as Thursday, whether you're going for the full day on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. Just as a reminder, you can't actually buy anything truly on site. You have to do it online, whether you do that far in advance or you're literally standing right outside the Cortland Grand on your phone buying it before you walk 10 feet to go pick up the actual physical badge. Let's talk hotels, because I think I have bad news for you. At this point, if you haven't got that situated already, you're pretty much SOL. If you want to have more details, go look at the video I made about hotels, because again, a lot of that information hasn't really changed and it still stands true. Of course, you can always pray and join the DragonCon Facebook group for the hotel rooms and hope that someone cancels right exactly when you're looking and you are the first one to grab it and they transfer it to you, because other than that, you're not really going to have a chance at staying nearby. As a reminder, a realistic option you can pursue is just standing at a hotel that's on the MARTA line and using that to commute most of the day, except if you stay super late at night, because the MARTA does stop running around 1 a.m. Schedules and the app, especially for newbies, I think is vital that you go ahead and download the app already. It will not be updated for 2025. That usually doesn't happen until 1, maybe 2 weeks before the con if you're lucky. But it's overwhelming, right? Trying to learn about DragonCon is like trying to drink from a fire hydrant. It's a lot. It's just too much to get in a short amount of time. So what you want to do is give yourself the most time, digest it in chunks, open the app up, study it, because it really, to be honest, DragonCon doesn't change a whole lot from year to year. The general gist of where the events are and the themes and the types of events pretty much stay the same. The only thing is like the exact title of the panel and of course the day and time. So if you look in advance of the app from 2024 and you look at the different tracks, get familiar with them, see what kind of panels are offered. If you look at the big events that are offered, if you look at the nighttime stuff that's offered, you will have a far better idea of what to keep a lookout for and kind of fine tune it when the 2025 schedule comes out. Of course, also you can study the map so you have a fairly good idea of where everything is. And again, some of the details may change, but more or less, a lot of the tracks stay in the same area. Of course, the America's Mart and things like that doesn't really change either. But if you're a newbie and you don't know what any of that is, that's exactly why you need to be looking on the app and getting yourself slowly familiar with it. And possible spoiler alert, I may get to be on a panel, so fingers crossed, and I will certainly update you guys once I hear the final confirmation. Point number 4, you should probably start getting into walking shape. We're not talking about getting a ripped six-pack or that kind of shape. It's just walking shape, because guess what? You're gonna be walking a lot during the con. I would advise trying to tackle several miles during the course of the week, because I assure you by the time the con rolls around, you're going to cover several miles in just one day, and then it's going to be day after day after day. And if you're not used to that, it is going to wreck your body. You're going to burn out pretty quick and you're going to feel miserable. Oh, and bonus, in all this prep that you're doing, if you do it in the heat and involves hills, your future self will thank you, because heat and hills will also be showing up at DragonCon this year, as they always do. That's pretty much for me right now, for at least for this video. But if there's specific topics that you want me to cover, please let me know, because I'd rather this help people. It's hard for me to think like a newbie and know what I don't know, because I've been doing this for over 15 years and DragonCon is incredibly familiar to me. So some of the things may seem really obvious to me, but they may not to someone who's going for the first time. I do have topics planned, like the food options or just getting a general roadmap and overview of the con footprint. But other than that, I'm just listening and open to whatever you're suggesting. All right, as for the item for the giveaway, it's this thing right here. It is an original Nintendo game controller belt buckle. I don't know if you can see the date or on this or not, but it should say 2008, which is essentially a throwback to my very first year at DragonCon. So if this is something you care about or want, I will mail this to you for free. Just comment below, I want the belt buckle, and you'll be entered. And maybe like 15 days from now, I'll pick someone and then send it your way. Thank you for watching. Feel free to like and comment with your ideas for future videos so that I can help whoever is asking for it. And of course, don't forget to subscribe, because I do want to get to that 1,000 mark so that I start getting that sweet, sweet pennies per views. But most importantly, one of you can have a chance at a host hotel room each year that you enter, whatever contest or giveaway I have at that time.